Belfort. At the tender age of 22, I headed to the only place that befit my high-minded ambitions.
Name of the game? Move the money from your client's pocket into your pocket.
But if you can make your clients money at the same time, it's advantageous to everyone, correct?
No.
I suppose with my production company, selfishly, I'm constantly looking for material for myself as an actor that's outside of the studio system. So it's a timeless thing, the lust for wealth and money and power, but it's done on such a massive scale nowadays. And certainly after 2008, wanting to put that world up on the screen was a big desire of ours.
Here's the game plan. You're gonna bring us 2 absolute martinis. You know how I like them, straight up. And then precisely 7½ minutes after that, you're gonna bring us 2 more. Then 2 more after that, every 5 minutes until one of us passes out.
We had a sort of bidding war for the material, and I immediately, attached Marty because I felt there was no one that could capture the essence of these people and their darker nature more than him. We initially got it financed right around the time of Shutter Island. We were supposed to do that. He went off to go do Hugo, and I was going to set it up again with another director, but I just couldn't get him out of my mind. He was the only person in my mind to direct this. Marty wanted to make this an American epic about greed, and it was a real reaction to what happened in 2008. It was, for both of us, we wanted to put this culture up on screen and in a very honest way. I think some people have had a reaction to the humor in the film because essentially, they think that we're glorifying this world. But, he said, quite recently, he said, look, why should I be polite in my filmmaking when these people were so impolite? Why should I not be crude in my filmmaking if they were so crude and twisted? And so the comedy came from this. We didn't intend for this to be comedic. It came from the sheer audacity and absurdity of their life.
Well, we don't work for you, man.
Shh. Sweetheart, you have my money taped to your boobs. Okay, technically you do work for me.
There's also been some reactions to, why don't we cut away to the victims, and show the ramifications of their actions. And he said, look, I'm not here to make a didactic movie. I want to make a film that is reflective of who these people are. I don't, he has his own, moral compass and feeling about who these people are. He doesn't agree with this activity, obviously, and it is a cautionary tale, but he doesn't want to spoon feed to an audience what he feels is obvious. Like, obviously, this is a very corrupt part of our culture and is a very destructive one, and that's what he wanted to capture. I fell in love with these speeches that Terry Winter wrote that were like, Braveheart war cries for greed and encouraging his brokers to go out there and screw over as many people as possible. I'd been thinking about those for 6 years and how to say them, and had specific beats and knew exactly how I was going to say each line, but then I got up on that stage and it just became a different animal. It was a real loose shoot in the sense that everything we were kind of discovering on the day together, and we were creating the narrative through the characterization of these people. And I've never really done a movie quite like that. Most of the movies, certainly, that I did with him were, very dependent on plot structure and certain things happening at certain moments to culminate in a very specific ending. In a lot of ways, it was kind of like organized chaos. He knew exactly what he was doing. He wanted us to be incredibly narcissistic on set, to, not have really no moral compass and give in to every, possible temptation. And so it became kind of like this gigantic, Hieronymus Bosch painting. It was like a gigantic, sequence from the Roman Empire or something like that. And it was like that every day on set, and he encouraged us to really go for it. Well, Matthew, the brilliant actor that he is, and he's given 2 great performances this year, not only with Dallas Buyers Club, but with this great cameo. He's almost leading me into, the inferno. He's like Beelzebub or something, and giving me the tools for my debauchery. And he came in and he said, look, I have some ideas, and he just kind of spouted out this terrific monologue in the trailer with Marty and I, and we were like, absolutely, just do that.
Yeah.
I met Jonah a couple times in LA, and he was such a hilarious, great guy. I mean, just the most personable guy you could ever meet. And he told me, Wolf of Wall Street is my favorite script I've ever read. I'm born to play this part. I know who these people are. I know this world. I know these people that are obsessed with money, that only care about themselves. And I am, Donnie Azoff.
I'm trying to put it together. Nice car. We live in the same building. I'm not understand how much money you make.
That's what Marty kind of looks for, is that enthusiasm and that passion. And he hired him on the spot.
Sides? $26,000 worth of sides? What are these sides? They cure cancer?
The sides did cure cancer. That's the problem. They were there. That's why they were expensive.
Shut up.
I'm serious.
I've done a lot of a lot of period pieces. I'm always trying to learn as much as I can as an actor and be a better actor every time. So this was a unique experience for me because it was contemporary. I got to put a lot of, my own colloquialisms into it, the hip hop moves and all that, and then the cussing. It was of my generation. So I felt a different sort of attachment to it. My relationship with Jordan from an actor's perspective was great because there's nothing he wouldn't tell me. And oftentimes stuff that we had in the screenplay he would tell me, look, I was a lot worse than that.
There needs to be an exact dollar figure for the exchange of services. That would not hold up in a court of law. I heard it. No, that's the truth.
He said he's lucky to be alive many times, but in true Jordan Belfort fashion, he said, I'm ashamed to admit that my favorite movie of all time happens to be about me. For me, I'm getting to work with somebody that really has taught me not only more about being a better actor, but the history of cinema and the importance of cinema as an art form. The guy lives and breathes movies. I challenge anyone that on this planet to know more about the history of film and its importance than that man.